quite a typical age where they sometimes you have it could be they are learning a lot in this time. If you look at that horse now on the inside, you see that this is also a very nice type of a horse. I used to say this horse is really filling out the track, the arena. It's a lot of long line horse, big picture. First impression when you see her trot around here is that she's very nice, relaxed trot with a natural way to carry her neck and head. I have to say, in the sport, the last 8-9 years is getting more and more nice mares. 15-20 years ago it was not so common with mares in the dressage. A lot of dressage riders was very much against mares. And I have to say I was quite much against mares, because mares, they can be quite tricky sometimes. Because dressage is a lot of collection. If you compare to jumping, it's more free. Dressage is very much that you collect the horse, press the horse, hind legs under them to carry more weight on the hind legs, and then you can ask yourself, why now? Why is the mares? Why so many? Why are there more mares in the sport today? It's the same in Europe a little bit. I think because it's the breeding. The breeding is such a enormous progress the last 15-20 years. It's so much in the direction of sport horse breeding today. Temperament. We are breeding much more on temperament. That's why I think it's changing a bit. Make a little bit more longer step, a little bit more forward one, so you get her a little bit more in front of you. That's good. Good. And then some smaller steps. Just sit back with your body. Keep the legs around her. And, oops. Okay. And longer steps again. If you feel that the horse is doing like one step here, she was almost changing with the hind legs, taking 2 short steps. Then you take the hind quarters a little bit in. Make the circle a bit smaller. And you ride it, just touching travers a little bit, Jeremy. That's better. And then short steps. Good. Light in the hand. Good. And out again to long steps. Quite good. Some of the horses that's very, very sensitive is also the really good ones. But some of them is not really horses for amateurs in the beginning when they are young. Because you really have to be very sensitive yourself and know what you're doing. Otherwise it can be a mess. And this rider is very, very good. He's a very, very sensitive rider. He could feel that I take the whip away now. You know, he's very smooth when he's doing everything. He's very fine in his eights. And it's a good rider to this horse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straight. Quite good, and walk. Okay, quite good. Yeah, but you saw something now. It was quite good, the counting, and the body went straight. But you didn't really do the neck straight. Could you see that? The neck was still bended when he was going straight. And that's okay, maybe the first time to do that, make it easy. But try next time now to repeat it once, Jeremy. And then when you go straight, you try to be smooth, but try to make her straight in the neck as well. And that's a little bit more difficult. But it's good training to make new flexion to and directly come over to the side again. To the half pass. Now the bending. Now when you go straight, you try to make it straight. Better. And now you bend. And now you make straight. And now you bend. Very good. Very good. Well done. And here you could see that he was not doing any change in a really bad position, really close to the short side. He was waiting because the mare, he wants to give the mare good experience every time he's doing a change. So he's waiting, and then he's waiting to the right moment, and he's doing very nice. If he should do a change here, just because to do a change, it should be really flat and jumping to the left and making the horse tense. So he's very, very smart in his riding. And that's because he has quite much experience to train up horses. And that's why experience is really important. Doesn't matter how many books you're reading and how many clinics you're going. You have also to feel it and to do it and repeat it. And do the mistakes. You learn a lot about riding when you do the mistakes. Very well. Okay, you do it one more time, but you start the half pass a little bit earlier, so you can go up to the center line for the shoulder in. And now half pass. Good. And shoulder in. Very good. So, very well. Shall we try to do the difficult thing as well? I don't know if you can do it, but we can try. You go up on the center line, and you make left half pass, and on the quarter line travers, straight in the neck, change, and right half pass. Good. Travers. Straight. Good. And walk. Good. Very well. If you repeat these things with her, it's going to be very easy for you to do the zigzag later on. It was quite nice to see you do it, because you did it. You can see everything what he's doing, how he's dealing with the mare is very smooth. When I say pick the canter, he's not rushing away with the canter. He's taking the reins, organizing the reins, waiting a little bit, picking the canter, everything very quiet, because the horse is hot enough. So with other horses, like the horse I rode, and to put a little bit more going up to the, stretching up to the line a little bit. That's another way, another character of a horse, you know. So as a professional, you're dealing with both very much. And you can see in Jeremy, he knows his horse. He was not starting immediately, he was making some transitions before. Good. Just wait. Good. Very well, better. And could you see in the middle of the diagonal, after the second change, he was patting the horse. When you pat the horse and you still have the reins in your hand, it's a little bit of release, and the horse starts to relax. Okay. Very well. And walk. And then some of you should say, oh, It's very, very short. It's very very careful, everything. Yeah, it is careful because he knows the horse very well. If he should put in and go in a much, much higher speed, big canter like this, probably he knows very well that the horse is going to fly away like a helicopter. So this is the way. What he's doing now is that he's putting a lot of trust in the horse. And it takes time. They are not trusting it very quick all the time, especially not the hot horses. And he knows very well that this is not the way he's going to ride the horse in 3 years. But as soon as he can, he's going to try to ride the horse a little bit more forward in the canter. But I should do exactly the same with this horse. It's so easy to destroy a good horse. And also, I don't know exactly how far you have been coming with this, but if it was my horse now, and it was really in the beginning of the tempo changes, I should not do one more change today in this training. Because she did it 2 times now, and then we stop with it, do something else.